Well, afternoon, everyone. I am Young and Zhao working on a map for South Bay. At this point, I've got the map done, mostly drawn out. I just scanned it. I am cleaning it up. I am building in some of the town icons. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Don't know if I'm still going to be streaming by the time I get to doing fancy accoutrements or whatnot, but we'll see. And if you find this, if you're in the chat, why don't you go ahead and say hi, drop a message. All right, well, here we go. Or actually, give me 1 second, just so I can keep my eye on the chat. There we go. Is that, there is this. Perfect. So at the moment, you can see there's all these disgusting looking lines that were left over. I apparently did a particularly poor job of erasing, but I can't tell if it's because I'm getting old and my eyes can't see or what exactly is going on. But I will fix this up, make the whole thing a little nicer. And we'll go from there. So for anyone who does not know, Empire of the Undying Sun is my D&D compatible campaign guide. I did a Kickstarter for it last year, around October. So it's been about a year since I've been shilling for the entire thing. Feels like forever, but it's getting more and more done, so that's good. Originally, the campaign for it last year was for a 5e version. It worked with both 2014 and 2024, although it was definitely made more with 2014 in mind, since I had really started on it technically 2017, and then I really started working on it in earnest in about 2019. So what's going on here? Well, I finally got my tablet out. For anyone wondering, no, it is not a not an iPad or one of those, but it is a drawing tablet for that I'm using with the old computer. The brand is Canvas, for some reason spelled with a V instead of an A, and a K. So it almost makes you feel like it's Swedish, but no, it's Chinese. Yeah, and so I'm cleaning things up now. I am a big fan of the Canvas, especially when you compare it to Wacom. I got this one a few years ago. It's a 16-inch version. They sell smaller. They sell 13-inch, and they sell like gigundous ones, like 23 or 25 inches, maybe even larger. At the time, I definitely did not have the desk space for something larger, but the 13-inch always felt small to me. So the 16 inch is pretty good size. The other thing is you're moving your arm all the way across a pad like that. Like 16 inches is decent. I can move my arm without getting carpal tunnel. But if I had something much larger, I'm sure I'd start feeling it in my shoulders. I wanted to do a live stream a few days ago, but it was so hot here that I had to say heck no, because I don't think I'd be able to sit in the office wearing a t-shirt and pants. No one wants to see that. So if this is your first time watching, if you're over on either if you're over watching either on X, come on over to YouTube. Give a like, give a subscribe. I've got lots of great shows coming up. Lots of fun guests for the summer, which hopefully be able to announce more. Got Michael Bancroft of Lucent Comics. He's coming on in a couple weeks. I've got some other indie comic, both artists and writers, and I also have people in the tabletop gaming space. I am a little short on details from some of them about when exactly they're coming on, but we'll get it figured out soon, and then I will certainly announce them ahead of time. And for anyone who is interested, I am soon going to have a stream with the Dungeon Delver, where we are going to talk about our gaming trip to Japan. What is a gaming trip to Japan, you might ask? Well, we are going to lead a tour. We are going to Japan to play games. We are going to spend some time visiting all the awesome locales over there in Tokyo area, and also eat delicious food. I mean, you want sushi straight from the market? There you go. We're going to have that. Yeah, and so that'll be coming shortly. He and I just need to finish up a couple things. We got a meeting later today where we'll straighten out a few items, and that'll be that. So the plan is for May of 26. Of course, we will need a certain number of people who are going to sign up in order to go. But I think we're going to have a fantastic time. There may be special guests, and hopefully we're going to get together with some locals and play a session or two of some great games. So what games are we going to play? Well, I am sure we're going to play some first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. But the big daddy over in Japan is actually not D&D. It's Call of Cthulhu. So we will be playing that. I don't know which version. That's actually a good question. I don't know if they're up on the latest. Well, I assume they have the latest version over there, but I don't know if that's the popular one. Here in the US, a lot of people have stopped at version 4. I think they're on 7, but I haven't played the newer ones myself. Yeah, so that is that. So if you are in the chat watching this live, leave a comment. You got any questions about Empire of the Undying Sun, about making maps, about the threat of thermonuclear warfare, dating advice, whatever. So this map, I had started it in pen and ink, and I kind of like that rough and ready look. In my opinion, it looks great when it's done, but everything needs a little cleanup. Especially some of these, like this map here. There is eventually going to be a very high-res version, and I'm going to turn into some maps. We're going to be making at least 11 by 17 versions of these, but we may up that for stretch goals in the upcoming campaign. I'm thinking of taking it up to 18 by 24 because who doesn't want larger maps? But we'll see how that goes. So for anyone who has backed Empire, I'm dropping another release for the backers of the original campaign. I'm hoping to have Chapter 4 and the talent trees will be out hopefully July 1. That's my goal. Let's see. Hey, Cyrus. Thanks for spending your Saturday here. Oh, God, it's Sunday. Do I plan the entire map or just build as inspired? Both. So I had the general idea of what I wanted in South Bay. I knew that there was a city here on the bay. I knew that it was isolated. It had woods, a little swampy in the northwestern area, and then it was cut off more or less from the rest of the country. So if you take that dashed line north, you go into the rest of the Western League. So why is this important? Well, I wanted an area that was a little bit backwater. That's number one. And I wanted it to be somewhere that, it was kind of a mystery even to the people of the Western League. But I wanted fun sets. So where, there's lots of great stuff you can do in the woods. There's a lot of fantastic adventures to be had in a swamp. And part of the overall lore is there's places you can go in the world that once you get there, you can't get out. And those mountains, these guys over here, they're called the Pillars of Heaven. And you can get in them, no problem. And you can go, probably on those first mountains and come back okay. But once you really start hiking into the range, eventually you just get turned around and you just can't find your way back. And those areas are ways of separating the old world from the new. So many thousands of years ago, nobody knows for sure, but at least well over 100, there was some kind of great war. And the gods back in those days decided, in order to keep the world safe forever and not let all of the inhabitants die, they were going to separate it into 6 different areas. And these areas are blocked off, so almost like honeycombs, where they're separate. And it's called the Veil Between Worlds, where that happens. But in some places, the veil is kind of thin. And you find that over here in South Bay. So, but to get back to your original question. So I knew I needed those elements, and I drew those in. And then there were certain things like this circle here is going to be an elven village, which was added a little bit later. And then, let me see if we go back here. So the large circle is the town of South Bay. And this little guy up here, this little circle, is going to be the village of Eldermill. And I did not create Eldermill. That was created by one Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, as part of the Empire of the Undying Sun campaign. There are certain authors who will be doing adventure modules for me. There's going to be, well, for the first campaign, 12, but for the people who back the modules, they're actually going to get a 13th adventure module. And I'm writing about half of them, whereas I think I'm going to get at least 6 or 7 adventures by other people. And those adventures are they take place in the world, but they're fairly agnostic, so you could easily back it and then plop it into whatever campaign setting you're using. So as that comes up, I update the map with any other locations of note which are important. And so we have like this area here is part of chapter 4 in the campaign guide. This is the the mill. And there is essentially a house that looks just like a craftsman house with a big windmill in the back, just way out by itself where nobody else lives or even wants to go. Full of tieflings? Heck no. There are no tieflings in the Empire of the Undying Sun. Not that there can't be, but by default there are none. Should you choose to allow them into your campaign as a DM, well, that's on you. But If they're there, most people in the world will see them as demons and just try to kill them. This is the feel of Empire of the Undying Sun is meant to be a lot more like original D&D. At least in the sense that it is not an easy place for your characters to survive. Well, Bill does love fairies. Tieflings. We do know Bill has a secret desire to throw them in all of his games. But he decided he wanted to write a module called Fairy Hill. So as you can imagine, there are fairies. And the town of Eldermill, the village of Eldermill has had a child go missing. And they're looking for adventurers to help find them. Now, unlike most D&D settings, fairies are certainly not common. And fairies are believed to be... it depends. People believe in spirits and fairies and stuff, but, no one's ever seen one. No one's got a fairy in a jar or anything like that. So I'm just jumping around, cleaning this stuff up. But I need to finish off Eldermill and at least the farmhouse, or the mill, I should say. I really got to pick a term. I've been using them interchangeably for the last 6 years, so it's hard to pick one. Hoping to have all of this done by the end of the day, or at least as much as I need for Chapter 4 of the campaign guide, because I have one more illustration I'm hoping to do in the next couple of days. Which is... the mill is, you have to come out of the forest and you find this hill where it's there's nothing on the hill, there's no trees or grass, even though, like I said, you are in the middle of the forest. And you're getting there in the evening, just as it's getting dark. So that's what I would like to have that done. Oof. It's embarrassing to see just what a poor job I did, but I guess this is good evidence for everyone. When you're drawing stuff by hand, there's going to be a lot of cleanup later. So one of the things I try to do is find one like right down here. I did not close the line. So if I were to try to just select that area, it would really mess me up. Okay. Well, let's move on to Well, there we go. Sorry, folks. A little bit of trouble. The old Wi-Fi these days. I switched companies, and this new company is awful. Just awful. So I don't know. I might have to switch back. Okay. It's so awful that out of like a week, I've only had one day of service, a 24-hour period where everything worked correctly. So, and I've called every day several times about just how bad it is. So I need to figure out what's up with that. Oh, what happened to my extra camera? Ah, that's right. Kind of added to the old window there. Okay. Sorry about that. So let's see here. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, no kidding, ear trumpet. It is pretty bad. It's funny. My dad, who lives a few streets over, he had them a couple years ago too. The company is Breeze Line, if anybody cares, by the way. And it drove him nuts, but he's old and he likes to call customer service and argue with people. Because I guess when you're in your 80s, that's a form of entertainment. But what are you gonna do? I was hoping it was just him being a goofball. But it's not. Oh, I hear my wife is getting up there. Let's see. Yeah. Notice if I pick the right color. Oh, hey, Kennick. How's it going? Well, I hope this is not too boring a stream for you, Kennick. Just trying to get some of this out. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I've got trying to release another few chapters of campaign guide, hopefully by the end of Tuesday. It's been a little while since I released anything. I gotta make people, know that I'm still alive. Just going. Isn't it a lot cooler up there now? Warm back up. Oh man. That means it's heading for me. You keep your warm air up there, Missy. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Something's just weird with the weather this year. Spring was freezing. It was super wet, and then we sort of really skipped spring and went right to summer. Yeah, right. It has been super duper cold. We ended up having to wait like an extra, probably about a month actually, to get all of our plants in the ground. A little better. Okay. Now, let's see here. Oof. Have you tried for your wasps either a cup or a bucket filled with gasoline? Well, if you hold either a cup or a bucket, like over, if you can get it somehow over the wasp's nest, you should be able to kill them all that way. Yeah, funny you mentioned that. If I had remembered, I would have actually downloaded some new jazz. Just to make sure that things stay interesting. Thanks for stopping by, Cyrus. I appreciate it. So, Fabrizio, are you doing a stream today? And I noticed you've been streaming a lot more on the weekdays. So I'm just putting a little bit of neutral tone on these mountains here. And then eventually gonna get some gonna do some shadows, some highlights, whatnot. Oh, nice. So what's your D&D setting right now? Ooh, Dale's a fun location. I really like that they play up the environmental effects. Something that I wish more campaigns did. Like you got to make sure you don't freeze to death and whatnot. Well, I know you were talking about giving Empire the Undying Sun to your DM. Getting there. We're getting there with it. I should be releasing Chapter 4 this week. And I should have 5 and 6 out by the end of July. Maybe 7. We'll see. So if you wanted to start playing that campaign, it's more or less, once I get 5 and 6 out, you'll have like many months to play. Or many months worth of play material, I should say. Not that you should stop playing in Icewind Dale. So yeah, I've been I'm working on getting the things together. I'm trying to get a sample out for review by the end of Tuesday, so I'm trying to get this done. So I've been working on all sorts of other art that's in it. Actually, well, I don't think I have the thing set up to show. Well, maybe I do. Let's see if I can switch. There's that. There's. What do we got here? Nope. Nope. Give me 1 second here. And we'll see if we can get. I think this should work better. So I'm getting everything there. It's getting there. Probably going to add some things in before I'm done, but chapter 4 is there. I just have to come up with. Unfortunately, there's no time to draw out the enemies now, but it definitely will be there by publishing time. And I'm working on the items. Yeah, so it's getting there. It's getting there. It's taken a long time, but it's getting there. But yeah, we're going to have a second chance campaign for it in October. So I really want to get a lot of this stuff done. This summer, so that I'm pretty much just doing artwork. That's my hope. And then there's a certain amount of stuff that other people will be doing for it, especially the adventure modules, and getting more of those larger the larger full page illustration. I might end up doing a couple of those myself, but I'm hoping that for the most part, the Second Chance campaign will help to fund money to pay other artists to do larger illustrations for me. But no spoilers here today. This is just the general map that everyone will have access to for the starting area. My character in COVID campaign, we played Dale. Oh, nice. What version were you playing, Kennick? The old, I think Dale came out in 2E? Or were you playing 5E? I think if you were playing 5E, oh my gosh, Bill would be so disappointed. Oh, nice. How did you like playing a ranger? A lot of people say some people are not super into it. They say it's underpowered, but to me, ranger is just like a rogue of the woods, you know? Oh, thank you. Right now, I'm just trying to block out these solid areas. That's pretty cool, especially for outdoor areas. Yeah, that's true. I guess that would be, huh? So, what's your opinion on like a lot of these classes in 5e, like Ranger and whatnot? Do you think spells or no spells? I mean, certainly they should have special abilities, but should they count as spells or no? Spells at higher level. Yeah, but should they get spells at all? I mean, to me, were I going to redesign it, only, arcane classes would get arcane spells. And then you'd have, like, clerics, paladins get religious type spells. And then maybe a subclass of warlock, maybe. And then there would be more like nature-based spells for druids. But overall, I don't think I'd have spells for classes like Ranger and Rogue and Monks. I just think it's too much. Like, why should everybody get a spell, It sort of takes away from the specialness. Also, I know that there are some differences to arcane and like divine spells and whatnot, but I wouldn't really have overlap. Maybe wizards would get some overlap when it comes to like their spells with like being able to control the weather and stuff like that are not just nature based, but are also typically wizard type things. Typical magic classes should have spells, but unlimited canaries over power magic classes right off the bat. I am not sure what you mean. Playing magic user and unlimited. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super in love with cantrips. I mean, to a certain extent, they make sense, but I think that I don't love cantrips. I'm okay with cantrips if they're like, like producing a flame, like lighting a candle or something like that, or something very simple. But once you get into doing damage, with cantrips. I don't know. Like, I understand some of the logic behind it. Like, you're a magic user, you want to be able to use magic, not just, every once in a while and shoot a bow or something. That's a little frustrating. I can understand that, but I don't know. I think, again, were I to rewrite the system, maybe I would allow like unlimited cantrips, but maybe you have to roll, and every roll brings you closer to exhaustion. Something like, maybe the first maybe you shoot one, it's fine, but if you start using many other ones in other rounds, you start rolling on a table, and maybe it would be like, you have a 5% chance to get one round of exhaustion after this battle. That's fine. But if you keep using it more and more, you're more likely to. And then I think larger spells should also have a risk of exhaustion, but perhaps a greater risk. Like, if you have a wish spell, I mean, that should really drain you for like a week, right? I don't know, just thinking out loud. Maybe when I finally have time to make videos again, I'll make a video about it. One-E. You lived through Squish to get powerful spells, Glass Cannon. Earned and have lethal respect from the party. Yeah, I agree. And I don't know, that's, in some ways it feels like cantrips are just cheapening what a wizard does. Or actually pretty much all the different magic casting classes. Okay, not too bad. Just a little bit more to do. For now, lots more to do in total. Okay. Do I mostly work grayscale or color maps? So the book Empire of the Undying Sun is black and white. So I'm doing the maps grayscale first, in which it'll look good printed in the interiors, but I'm going to print full color extra versions, at least 11 by 17. I'm hoping for a stretch goal for the next campaign, we'll get those bigger. And so what is that good for? Well, there's a way in the computer where you can take the black and white, the grayscale, and you can apply colors to it. So that's the plan. It will be in color eventually, but the basis of it is all grayscale. So hopefully it'll look good. getting there. Well, that is 2 full cycles of music for me. Been here about 90 minutes, so I think I'm gonna end this stream here. Thanks for coming, guys, and I'll probably be doing these for a lot more regularly. So thanks everyone for coming, and I'll be back soon.